My name is Shamane, and I'm currently serving as a pastor, a senior pastor of Life Bridge Church. But by profession, I am also an accountant, stroke auditor, and that's basically who I am.
Okay, my name is Shamane. I work in IT. Yeah.
We've been married for uh, more than 2 years now. In November, we'll be clocking 3 years.
30th November.
Yeah, 3 years. It's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
I actually have my own version. She has
I
her
have
own
mine,
version
and
as
then we
well.
have a combined one.
Yeah. Well, for me, I first met her at a certain event. We were ministering at a school, and that's when I first noticed and met her there. We were actually introduced, but I think because she was very, very busy, she didn't really.
I don't remember seeing him at the
Yeah,
event.
she didn't remember seeing me.
Okay.
She was so focused on the assignment, and everyone else was batteries, including me. Yeah, but I saw her there, and I said, "Okay, this is so amazing to see a lady minister the gospel to young youths." And yeah, I was moved. Yeah.
Okay, so
Your version.
my version is fast forward because I don't remember this part. I remember, yes, there was some introduction. And then for me, the one I remember is we were introduced at a conference. I think this is like two meetings after the one that he saw me at. We were introduced by a mutual friend at a conference. That was in 2014. August, I still remember. In August, yes. So she came and introduced us. Gomezio, this is Stacy. Do, and she left. And we're just there like, okay, hi. And it ended there. So that was when we met. 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, it was about 2 years.
Okay, I remember that Saturday. I think I had been expecting because he had reached my parents' home like 2 months prior to him proposing with the ring. So I had been you can imagine having an expectation for like 2 years.
Oh, I see.
Oh, for 2 months, sorry, for 2 months. Because you think, okay, since he's reached home, he's supposed to give me the ring. But how once the man of God was taking his time, yeah. So, well, I remember that Saturday he told me, okay, this Saturday we're going out for dinner. So I said, okay, this could be it. So I made sure I had my hair done, I had my makeup done, I had my nails done. I got a dress, I got shoes, I got shoes and everything. So, well, he came, picked me up. The thing is that I didn't know where we were going. I actually even had a blindfold on. We had the dinner, and he took me to a certain, he had a whole team. There are men who are organized, and then there's this one, So, yeah, so he took me to a whole, there were candles everywhere, there was a pathway, it was beautiful. Yeah, so he got there, he got on one knee, and he told me, yeah, will you marry me?
Panicking. Is it latitude?
Latitude.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we had that arrangement, and everything was well organized. It just got to a place where I started panicking now when putting the ring.
He didn't know what to say.
I started asking my team, which finger is it? Is it the left or the right? Yet they had not even proposed themselves. Yeah, and I didn't know what to say as well. I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her, but I didn't know what words to really put. But I managed. I got the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I did because we had done the traditional introductions already.
Yeah.
So it's just the when, the how, the what that I didn't know. I didn't even know the ring. I didn't even know what it looked like.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Of course, as the head of
Oh my God.
Like, how did you
of the home, I'm the one that had the expertise with regards to rings, because the first time I'm the one who bought a ring. I'm the one who knew that okay, this is the size that is needed, etc. So concerning now our wedding preparations, because we needed to get separate set even for myself. So I'm the one who pushed. I was recommended by a friend. Told me, oh, you can go to Eternal Jewellery, and by that time I think it was another location.
Oh,
It wasn't here. Yeah,
Is that right?
should be.
No.
Yeah,
North Mid.
North Mid. Yeah, and we came together and we chose. We're very happy with everything. Actually, it's one of the things we secured first. The
Yes,
that's
yeah, it
interesting.
was the
yeah,
first
our rings
thing.
were one of the first things we
We
secured. I
banned.
said, let's make sure. And then after we secured, we made sure we gave them to someone so that on the wedding day, no one
We don't-
forgets them.
And you
Yeah.
trusted that person.
Yeah, we just had to.
We had
just
to.
had to.
We had-
Well, we got to know about it through a recommendation. One of my dear beloved friends also got engaged. He got engaged before us.
Us, yeah.
So so when he got engaged, I asked him, okay, where did you get your rings from? How much did it cost and all that? And he told me, oh, there's this place. They are very good. They'll really be good and help you with even choosing your wedding rings. He also got to explain how there are certain benefits attached to it, and that's how it was. I mean, once your friend recommends something to you, you know that anyone else that you're connected to, you will also recommend. No, we know this place.
We know this place.
Yeah, and that's how we've been here. We got our rings. We came and got another ring for her as well. Yeah, because her third, because there are certain dynamics of life that happen.
What are those?
But,
I know the ones you're talking
like when
about.
you give birth, your
Yeah,
size
the
changes.
size changes.
Yeah. It's very strange because wow, I was even before I entered in this aspect of entering a relationship with her. Okay, I got to know her, understand her, and I was so confident that okay, if I'm going to start something with her, this is the one that I intend to have a relationship with, because and obviously leading towards marriage, because she's actually my first and first. So I've always had that mentality that me, the one who I'm going to decide to date, that's the one I'm going to run with. I didn't have the time for saying telling other people, hey, try and error,
Okay.
so that's how it was. So I had to analyze before. Yeah.
As a pastor.
Exactly. You analyze before.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how. By the time I proposed for her just to ask to start a relationship, I was already decided this is the person that I'm gonna run with.
Wow, that's
And I'm glad that
interesting.
I never regret that decision.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you start. Then I'll answer.
Definitely. We were very deliberate concerning our marriage journey. One of the key things we understood even before we got to marry is that we don't necessarily prepare in marriage; we prepare for marriage.
Yeah, that's
And we understood it in a context of a military personnel. He doesn't learn how to shoot a gun on the battlefront. He learns before that in his training phases. So one of the things we deliberately got to adopt is to prepare adequately for marriage, and we did it in different phases. Obviously, we started by improving ourselves as individuals. Okay, so would improve ourselves by having conversations that would make us become better. What do you think? What can I improve myself with? What can I do to become better? And we had something known as MG. Every Thursday we have MG. We call it the marriage gospel. So we'll discuss different topics concerning marriage. Just the two of us. So I would ask a question like, imagine if I didn't have money, or if the Lord sent us to preach the gospel in the village, would you follow me? Things like that. Like, oh, I'm ready to stay in a one-thatched house for you. I said, are you sure? So would be open to that degree. But apart from that, we also had our marriage counseling, which was intensive with our pastor. Our marriage counseling was actually
9 months.
Oh, okay.
It was that long. So we were baked.
We were baked, yeah.
Don't you agree?
I do. Okay, so aside from, for me, what I actually believe in is counseling. Like, we can't overemphasize. We do not prepare for a wedding. We prepare for the marriage.
Yes.
So I've noticed that a lot of young people today, they're so wowed by, the dress, or the ring, or the what, but they don't realize that there is a life after that one day. When everybody who came, maybe you had like 500 guests, when they come and they go, there will be just you and your friend. So now, if you have not adequately prepared between the two of you, there'll be kafafa in that house. So marriage counseling, I think for me, aside from the 9 months counseling we had for the two of us, I took it a step further. I had like 6 people, who would literally just call me and make me sit down and say, okay, Vera Mfana, what they mean is you go there with a bag of wisdom. You just don't go into a marriage and, just for, you go there with, with a bag of wisdom. We have different marriages, we have different experiences in these marriages. But then when you have a certain kind of wisdom, you know how to apply it. So, so marriage counseling, we were actually baked.
I'll start. Well, for me, I'm not so sure I would change anything, because the nature of who I am demanded me to be a serious planner. Okay, so every detail about the wedding, I planned it to, to the very best. So if we talk about administrative works, if we talk about the rings, if we talk about the cars, everything, we did that month by month. It was well planned. And I know so many people say it's marriage or weddings are stressful. I was shocked. I didn't have that testimony. Yes, because it was well planned, and well organized as on my end. So I wouldn't necessarily change anything. I mean, I loved my suits.
That's great.
That's my vision concerning her.
Hey, I have a whole story, but we'll cut it short for this.
But the only thing I would change is that I just regret I didn't eat that much.
Oh my God, baby. You would like to go back.
I would like to go back and make sure that money I spent for food.
Hey!
Should have eaten something. I think I just had a small, piece of cake and the like, and we left.
Oh my God.
No one backed for us.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think that's the only thing I can change.
Okay. Well, for me, I think it like he said, we had everything planned out. We actually had this month, what are we going to look at? We're going to look at this. But for me, on the actual day, actually, something happened, I had an issue with my makeup artist. The one that was initially supposed to have done my makeup had a bereavement in that week. So, and the person who had passed on was very close to them. Yes, so they couldn't come. So I had to start looking for a makeup artist like on a Friday.
Oh my God.
So I'm just
Meanwhile,
there.
the planner is saying you need to be on.
He was literally, you have to be there. He was done, like The wedding, the ceremony was at 11, right?
Yeah.
He was done with everything at 7.
And ish.
At
I
7.
actually even sent some of the groomsmen to go and check the venue. To make sure in case power, if there's
At
no
7,
power, we got gensets, just for planning's sake.
At 7, I had no makeup artist. So we had to start scrolling through Facebook. Who can be available? And it's a Saturday, so obviously everybody is engaged because a lot of people are marrying on Saturday. We ended up finding somebody who did come through, my makeup was done, and then, we rushed over to the ceremony. It was beautiful. Yes. We're out of, makeup. A makeup artist. And 3 backup.
Okay.
But that's okay, yeah.
Alright.
If one of our family members had not accepted, first of all, we look at who exactly is not accepting. Obviously, if it's someone who does not necessarily have parental authority or influence over us, we would not give much thought to it. But if, let's say, a parental authority comes in and says, I don't like this person, one of the things that we'll do is examine. We'll find out and say, okay, why is it that you don't like this person? If perhaps one of them comes out and says, no, it's because I see the way, she talks, or the way she dresses, or maybe I saw her at a nightclub or something like that. From there, you will observe that their judgment is based on what they have observed.
Yeah.
So in such an instance, you don't necessarily give up on the union that you are committed to based on the observation that a family member has made, because their observation may be inaccurate. All right. So in such a case, even the Bible tells us that whilst you are not allowing anyone to despise you, ensure you set an example for everyone to see.
Yeah.
So if in a case where they are looking at her and they say, okay, we don't like her because of her attitude, what we will do is that we will position ourselves in such a way such that the next time they see us or she presents herself, they will have a different thought and say, I think I judged you too early. Your attitude is a certain way. So my point is, we will not throw away, the union just like that, but we'll do our very best to convince, to convince, if it's the guardian or the family, that this is something that we love, this is something that we are serious about, and we're willing, to make amends if you like it that way.
Yeah.
So I don't think throwing away the union just there and then is necessary. You need to fight for it.
Yeah.
But obviously, when we're talking about fighting for it, we need to fight it with wisdom. We know that while you want the relationship to stand, you don't necessarily want to ruin your relationships with your guardians, because as they say, even in marriage, it's both families that come together at the end of the day. So it needs to be handled, with great wisdom. So I think our families didn't have anything wrong with us, but obviously there were points where they would have wanted certain things to happen a certain way. But we found, the right wisdom to handle that. So that's basically that.
For me, like I earlier alluded, marriage is not the wedding. Marriage is not the ring, but though you should buy a ring at Eternal Jewellery. But marriage is not the ring, it's not the dress. Marriage is what happens after the ceremony, So ensure that you adequately prepare. Ensure that, you are prepared, not just, where in the relationship, but financially as well. Kulima grocery, So that's basically it. Just prepare. Make sure that you get all the wisdom. The Bible says, in all you're getting, get wisdom. So ensure that you get wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just build it from her. Anyone that is desiring to enter the institution of marriage, just ensure that you deliberately invest in yourselves, both as individuals. Like the way you invest yourselves in your careers, you go to school to become a certain profession, and all that. So ensure you invest yourselves as individuals, and also get to a place where you get to understand one another as individuals. I know sometimes people just pick up templates from anywhere and want it to fit
into theirs,
but sometimes people are different. You can't get a template of people who are running marriage like military personnel and put it inside your aspect. So understand each other. Understand that if I smile a certain way, it will make my spouse, feel good. Or if I say a certain thing, this is what moves, Okay, there are some who, if you don't comment about their nails, they'll be touched.
Yes.
And then
Some is me. Me is some.
Yes. So you have to understand people that way. And also one of the things that I've noticed concerning unions is that sometimes people esteem things very lowly. They think if we don't work on this is just this is too petty. And you see the problem of that is that they don't understand that even seeds are small. And any seed that can be considered as small, like a mustard seed, may turn out to become very, very huge. So get all wisdom that you need, get empowered, improve yourselves, keep investing in one another. And you need to understand that investment does not end. We are married, but we're still investing.
Exactly.
Okay. Now we're still investing in each other. We're still investing in as a marriage team, and growing to become better and better and better and better. And at the end of the day, you need to ensure that God should remain the foundation of your marriage. That's what will sustain you. So that's what I can encourage those that are listening and watching.